Back to this. Wait, sorry. I'm trying to sort through my beers. Fuck it. Don't start the level without me, you psycho.
I didn't. You're still going. All right. So we left the first episode off with us wondering what about Jordan's first time getting an STD.
Which again. Sorry, I got pulled my clothes. You're a fucking asshole.
I know.
So the first time I got an STD was the first time I had sex, I assume, with my current girlfriend. Another funny thing about that, she got a black eye.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I know that sounds awful. She gave herself a black eye.
Oh, I need to hear that story after.
Okay. Anyways, we hooked up, and then, I don't know, fucking a couple weeks later, like, I had one shitty, fiery piss. And immediately in my head, I was like, yeah, that can't be good, huh? But I'm a fucking dummy, so I was just like, yeah, whatever. I go on with my life in my fiery pee. And I come home one day, and she's hanging out, sitting on the bed. She's crying. I was like, oh, shit, what's going on? What happened? She's like, I need to talk to you. She's already crying, so I felt bad about that. And I was like, okay, what could this be about? Like, did you cheat on me? Was my first question, because
That's a common occurrence.
as I proclaimed earlier, like, I'm not a big fan of getting cheated on. It sucks.
Yeah.
So I was like, did you cheat on me? Like, I don't know if we were officially, like, dating then, but I was like, like,
Yeah, it would still hurt.
I was honestly just like, I just think there's some sort of common courtesy that if you're sleeping with somebody, you should maybe be like, oh, hey, I'm also sleeping with this person.
Yeah.
And then at that point, they can be like, oh, that's cool, or, oh, I don't like that, whatever, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, they have their chance to be like, yeah, or fuck no.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. Like, you don't owe them anything outright, but you should be nice and let them know.
Yeah, all about respect, people.
Yeah. And she was like, "No, I didn't hook up with anybody. I as you know, I had that doctor's appointment." I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you had a doctor's appointment." And she's like, "Well, I tested positive for chlamydia," and I was like, so I'm a little stupid. My first instinct was like, you fucking bitch! You gave me chlamydia, because I didn't know what the fuck chlamydia was.
So you're like, shit,
yeah,
she gave me the chlamydia.
Yeah, I was like, is that the clap? I don't know what that is. I was like, oh, that... It's one thing, and I told her straight up, I was like, you had it before we ever hooked up. You didn't get it while we were hooking up by banging someone else. She's like, no. I was like, well, that sucks. But, like, I didn't love her yet, but, like, I drink a lot, and I lost track of how many times, like, I would just be shit-faced, and I would look over at her and be like, girl, wait, not gonna fucking say that.
Yep.
And then, like, I did a little bit of Google fucking research, because why not? And it's like, chlamydia is very easily treatable. I was like, oh shit, what was she even crying about? I'll take a pill.
You're like, hell yeah.
And then I went to the Planned Parenthood across the river. And I loved my doctor just because she was so fucking funny. She was like, so did you get this from a girlfriend? Or you're just, doing your thing? And I was like, oh no, I'm only having sex with one person right now. She's like, well, make sure she gets herself clean too. And then in 2 weeks or whatever, you guys should be able to have sex again. And I was like, oh, cool. And then, like, she gave me this fucking look whilst holding a bowl of condoms to me. She's like, this doesn't really have to happen again.
You're like, yeah.
I was like, but it probably will, because she's on birth control and I don't give a fuck. But anyways.
Oh, you nasty.
Dude.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Randos, I'll use a rubber. The person I'm half considering spending the next, like, 5 years with, she's probably alright, right?
I would say so.
If we're on the same page, yeah. So that's the story of me getting chlamydia. Actually, a fun fact, on the Oh, nice, dude. On the ride home that day, I got a ride from a lady that Nick had sex with.
Huh?
Yeah, she gave me a ride home or ride to work. Do you want to know what her name was?
Oh,
I won't tell you her real name, but Teeter.
Yep, I know it.
He knows it.
Yep. The second you said that, I was like, I know exactly. Why would I do that?
I don't know, dude, because you're stupid. Yeah, you're not getting that.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
So that was my.
And did you find out that day that I had sexual relations with this woman?
Dude, I don't remember when I fucking learned that you hooked up with her. I think it just kind of came up organically because, like, I think one time we were just like, we said the name Nick Sage at work, and she was like, "Oh, I know Nick Sage." I was like, "Yeah, can you tell me about him?" She's like, "Yeah, I sure can." So she did.
Oh, jeez.
And hey, I know you're like, oh, I don't know if you're embarrassed or upset about it, but she really has nice things to say about you, buddy.
I really doubt that.
She's never been a dick. Whoa.
Because, like, she was a raging
Dick?
hoopla, like, the last time I talked to her.
Are you trying to say cunt?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, just say that then. I don't like it when people censor themselves.
I was trying to be nice in case people, were like, hey, man.
Not cool?
Yeah. A little rude, trying to respect it.
Well, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, it was very... I don't know. She was just being this huge thing.
Huge dick. All right.
Yeah, and there was just times where I'm like, okay, so I was coming back. I used to live in Maryland, and
How long did you live in Maryland? I keep hearing you talk about it.
like a year and a half.
Really? What brought you there?
Ex-girlfriend wanted to go to college.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
How old are you?
I was 23.
And you were dating someone who just got out of high school.
She was... All right, so you want to hear this funny story? This is actually a funny story, and sometimes when I tell people, they're like, no way. And I'm like, yeah,
This totally happened.
yeah. I wish I could make something like this up because it would be creative.
All right.
So, working at a job, I was a manager, she was a waitress, and she was there Monday through Friday at like sometimes at 2 p.m., 4 p.m. Some days she would open, just all the time.
Yeah. I know that schedule. I work that fucking schedule.
Yeah, one day she was just like, we were talking and we were like, oh, let's hang out. Yeah, and we were just hanging out and then shit happened. Yada, yada, yada. Started dating, all that shit. And we were like, oh, okay, We enjoyed each other a bunch. Fucking comes up to me one day and goes, hey.
Dude.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't even paying attention to that. And she was just like, hey, so next week is graduation if you want to go with me. I would like you to meet my mom and dad. And I was like, oh, yeah, like...
I'm sorry, you were 22 dating a 17-year-old?
No, she was 18 at the time.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I was like, yeah, cool. But then I stopped and thought about it, and I'm like, what are you graduating from? Because you haven't been to school at all since I've pretty much worked here. And I just looked at her, and I was like, quick question. What are you graduating from? And she's like, high school, why? And I just stopped and stared at her for the longest time, and I was like, how...
You just feel like a real creep, huh?
Yeah, I was like, so question. And she's like, what? And I'm like, how did you get alcohol when you bought alcohol for us at one time? And she's like, oh, I have a fake license. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, you're a bad bitch.
I was like, all right, so why haven't you gone to school at all? And she was like, oh, I graduated I got all my credits at the end of junior year, so I didn't need to do senior year. And I was like,
it seems
okay.
weird.
Yeah, cool. I was like, all right, so how old are you? And she was like 18. I was like, see, when you offered to buy me alcohol and you weren't going to school, I thought you were 21 at least. And she was like, no. And I was like, oh.
No, I'm a young person.
This is fucking awkward.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fucking sounds it, dude.
I was like, yeah, I don't really know what to say. And she was like, why? It's fine. I'm like, because to me, I know it's normal. Sometimes people are like, oh, it's fine, whatever. But, like, when I'm, like, even, like, 3 years older than the girl, I'm just like, this is fucking weird, dude. Like, just to me.
Yeah, no.
I know some people are like, oh, it's fine. And I'm like, yeah, probably. But, like, to me, I'm like, I don't know, dude.
That was a good jump, dude.
I just don't know.
No, I feel you on that. My rule ever since I turned 21 is she has to be able to buy her own booze. Mostly because I don't like it when people drink my booze.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we hung out, everything, and then, like, literally, like, 6 months into dating, she's like, yeah, I'm going to Maryland, and I was like, oh, okay, why? And she was like, for college, and I was like, oh, all right. And then as time got closer, she was like, so I think I love you, and I want to know if you want to move with me, and I was like, fuck yeah, I do.
Oh, you loved her?
Yeah. She was awesome.
Plus, like, I've personally spent my entire life in this area. Oh my God, can get a little exhausting.
It really can.
Like, I've always thought about just going anywhere else. Shoot. I watched The Ranch on Netflix, and there was a hot minute I was like, I'm going to buy a fucking ranch in Montana. I don't give a shit. I haven't bought a ranch in Montana.
Yeah, in case anyone was wondering. We're still in Vermont. Or New Hampshire, whatever.
We're in one of the two. They don't need to know. Oh, shit.
Oh, I legit thought I was just running and gliding, and I was like, where the fuck am I? What? Why are you going that way all of a sudden?
What just happened?
I think I hit the D-pad, like, very slightly to the left when I wanted him to
turn right around.
Yeah. So, yeah, we went down there, and at that moment in time, she was the most amazing thing in the world to me. Then I found
she was the most amazing 18-year-old.
Yeah, whatever.
Sorry.
I mean, she was like 20 by the time we broke up. But shit.
Good run. What's her name?
I will absolutely 100% tell you later.
Can I hit that?
She's been with a guy for like 5 years now or something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to hit that anyways. She's probably born in sack.
Yeah, she really was. Anyway.
Sorry, no name.
She was one of those where, like, I remember the first time I was like, I literally at one point said, like, aren't you gonna, like, do something? And she was like, what? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I started listing stuff. She was like, oh, I don't know. Every guy I've ever slept with has just told me to lay there and they'll do it. And I'm like, yeah, no, not with me, girl. Like,
that sounds like a guy that really likes to fuck dead bodies.
Yeah, she suffered from the syndrome of I'm so hot, I don't have to work for anything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, that's not the world I was raised in.
Yeah. So essentially, I was
keep
like,
it ugly, bitch.
Damn, I love this girl. She's awesome. I want to be with her forever. And then one day she's like, yeah, I think we should break up. And I was like, oh. And then she was banging her coworker at the restaurant she worked at.
That sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
And I was like, oh, okay.
How often?
And he was some 28-year-old Mexican guy that spoke like no English. I was like, cool.
Hola.
I was like, that is...
I don't want to be a dick, but like, how often have you been cheated on?
I think there's been 2 relationships that I have not been cheated on for when we broke up.
How many fucking relationships have you had?
Do we got time to go into this? I could go through it.
Wait, I had to tell the black eye story real quick.
Oh yeah. Tell me about that black eye story.
It's not that fucking interesting. We were...
Oh my God, I thought I was gonna clear it.
Come on, dude. We were making sex, and she was in the position where she's like on her side.
Yep.
And I'm on my knees hitting it and whatnots, and I was pretty sure I was never gonna have sex with this girl again. So I was like, motherfucker, you might as well bust out all the moves, do your thing. Dude.
Sorry, I was looking at the bottom for the damn feet to appear.
Yeah, and you're missing all of them. But anyways, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm sure we're not going to have sex again, so I might as well do whatever she'll let me do. That was close. And it ended up, I was like flipping her around, doing the whole thing, and she went from that position to I was just putting her legs, up or whatever.
Yeah.
And she tried to read my movements or whatever I was doing, and she was like, oh, I'll take my own leg and put it up. But in that motion, my momentum of, swinging her around and her pulling her leg, she fucking kneed herself in the eye. She straight up had a black eye for like 2 weeks. And like, that night, we left the bar after hanging out with some coworkers, 2 of her friends. And she goes in the next day, and she has a fucking black eye after they know she went home with me. And I'm working at the pizza bar, and like these chicks are waitresses, and they'd come up and be like, "Hi, you didn't let me read it."
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I was listening to the story and I was
Well, yeah,
like, damn, this is
Yeah,
good.
they didn't get the story. They just saw her, so they were just like, "I need this." Like they were just being real fucking cunty to me, and I was like,
You're like, what did I do?
"Yeah, I didn't know she had a black eye until, the day after or whatever. When she probably had the next day off, or doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like the next time I saw her, I was like, "What's wrong with your face?"
Most common question asked to women, what's wrong with your face?
I was like, "Are you okay? Like, what? Did you fall, tumble? Because she's clumsy. It's not the weirdest thing that could have happened to her." But no, she's like, "Oh no, while we were having sex, I fucking kneed myself in the face," and I was like, I couldn't help it, dude. I had to let some laughs out about that. Like,
Yeah, that's funny.
That's too funny.
I don't care who you are. That shit's funny.
Yeah, that shit is funny. And so yeah, that's the black eye story. What are these?
I've always thought they were mailboxes or toasters or something like that.
Do you ride the rope? Oh, you do. Okay. Damn, I haven't played this game for fucking ever.
Yeah, I should have had Yoshi because I would have.
Skipped it?
Yeah, I would have went the quick way. Oh, so back to my story. We will go over apparently my list of
Cheating girlfriends.
cheating girlfriends. All right,
Real quick, let me check how much time we have.
couple minutes.
Yeah, we got like 3. All right, hit me with the cheating
me with your
asshole
best
girlfriends.
Fire
'Cause
away!
I've only ever met one of your girlfriends, and she worked at the vet I would bring my cat to. And can I just say, good job, man.
To be honest, I get that a lot from most of my girlfriends. When people see me with them, they're like, dude,
It's because I know you.
Damn.
Like, fucking put a picture of your face up real quick. You look like goddamn Dwight sometimes.
I get that so much.
Well, it's because you do. You got that fucking moon face.
All right, so let's do this story. First girlfriend in high school, one I lost my virginity to. Slept with at 18 years old. Slept with her 30-year-old manager at the job she was working at. Got pregnant by him. Peace out. Have a good one.
Is she still with him? Can you give me that information or no?
No, they broke up a while ago, and then she just divorced her husband, who she met literally like 2 days after she divorced her old husband. Met this guy, got married to him, had like 3 kids or some shit. I was like,
Dude,
wow, okay,
solid.
yeah. Let's see. Next, I go to another girl my friend introduced me to. Super sweetheart, really cute girl, and she turns around and bangs her ex-boyfriend.
Did you just describe mom jeans?
No.
Okay, just checking.
And I'm like, oh, okay, so turns around, bangs her ex-boyfriend, that's cool then. So I started dating this other girl that I knew since like 5th grade, and she finally like one day just came up to me and was like, I've had a crush on you for like ever, and I was like, oh, okay, like,
God,
wow,
that's so
I've,
weird to me. You're so funny looking.
felt the same way and stuff like that. And of course she was my weakness, glasses, redhead. I was like, damn, like,
Yeah, no, I feel
you're my
that.
kryptonite girl.
On a real personal level, I dig that.
Really big butt, really skinny, like really nice hips. I was like, oh my lord. So I was like, yeah, okay.
Wait, side note, like, let's talk hips, dude. I dig them.
Yeah, I fucking love hips.
Yeah, hips are a solid part of the human body. And also, chicks with, how does that not hurt you? Chicks with fucking no ass and big tits, I don't trust them. I will never trust them. Because they're not fucking structurally sound. It doesn't make sense. You can't build a building that way. The fucking building's gonna fall down.
All right.
And usually if they have no ass, they have fucking no legs either.
True. So, first girl leaves me for her boss. Okay, sorry everyone.
Yeah, he got ahead of himself.
Yeah,
We're coming up on time.
He wants to read.
Next time I'm gonna read this, and then we're gonna fucking hear all about Nick Sage's cheating asshole girlfriends, which shouts out to tow trucks.
Oh my god.